The community inspired the name change. They kept talking about how powerful connection and community was and how much at home they felt every time they walked through the door. And it kind of just built itself. It was a powerhouse. The community was the power, and the walls were the house they walked into, but everything they brought into it is what made it a home for them, for Zach and I, and for everyone that continues to join us. We moved in what feels like overnight. It was a friend that had reached out to me and asked if I might be interested in buying her gym if she was potentially willing to sell it. And I'm like, well, of course I'm interested, but I'm not quite sure how that would turn out. But let me talk to my husband, let me talk to my son. My family agreed that it would be a good choice, and we kind of just put hopes and prayers and belief out there. What started with a community in our living room is now a community great room and gym in a beautiful 3-story building in the middle of Hagerstown, and continues to grow and reach those in our doors and outside in the community. I think that all of the wellness providers in this industry go into it for the same reason, and it's because they want to help people live better. I would say that the biggest difference that Powerhouse is making, it's that the people that choose to be here are choosing to do it because they want to make a difference, not just in their lives, but in the lives of the people that they are connecting with too. That what happens inside this house doesn't just stay inside this house. It goes out into the community and the businesses and the organizations and the children that haven't even yet been born. Their lives will be changed because of the choices that people are making to come through these doors. Our drive, our mission is to help every individual that walks through our door learn that they can have more in their life when they choose to show up to it. And we equip them, we encourage them, and we empower them with the tools, the skill set, the guidance, the experts, and the ability to know that it starts within themselves. That the hardest thing they're going to do, and the whole bit of it, is parking and walking through our doors. That part is what changes their life. That's the part that allows them to see that they do have the ability to live. No matter where they're at in their life, they can make that next step. They can choose it on purpose, and they can be supported in a community that can be their cheerleader, can be their shoulder, can be their guide, and teach them the discipline and the precision and the power that resides in them.
So I started roasting coffee in my garage just as a hobby, and I gave to a lot of friends and family, and we were on bikes, we were pulling radio flyer wagons, we would go door to door just giving it to friends, and they really liked it. So that was kind of like the light bulb moment. Was like, whoa, I was like, this is cool. Like, Washington County doesn't even have a specialty coffee roaster. Fast forward a little bit, and I was in South America, and I was working on a mission and humanitarian trip in some different parts of Peru. I was working in and around different villages and towns in these coffee growing regions, and working in these regions and drinking good coffee kind of didn't add up. Why are regions that have such a great product so impoverished? We found a way to start offering coffee farmers a much higher price, even higher than a fair trade value, because the Fair Trade Organization gives a certain price on coffee. We're able to offer prices higher than actual fair trade to a lot of different farmers. And that kind of brought forth the purpose. You know, I have my passion in coffee, but I didn't have purpose, and I think that's really where it came from. In growing our client base, we had actually some friends that opened up a restaurant in north end of Hagerstown on Northern Avenue called Free Range Cafe. We're working with them on expanding the coffee menu, and we just, you know, Ryan and Rory Daughtridge and Bettina Messersmith were doing such an amazing job over there. And we teamed up with them and decided that the best fit for us to represent River Bottom on the cafe side of things was Free Range Cafe.
I was Craig's first employee. And then to see it grow the way it has with our team, we're a small but mighty team of 5 now. We have over 30 wholesale clients. I can remember when we were just getting our first, 2 to 3. So it's just been really cool to see our growth. We are a very small team, but we're like a family. It's super cliche, I think, to say, but it's very true that we always have each other's backs, and it's been one of the most rewarding places I've ever worked. And I'm so proud of us, and I'm so excited to see where we go from here, because look out.
The culture here that my man Craig has instilled is just one of being friendly, being nice to your customers, great customer service. The one thing I think everybody should know about River Bottom Roasters is that every one of our employees is working in a manner that looks something like this. What can I do to make the lives of my coworkers a little bit easier?
People are acknowledging or just saying that our coffee is good enough, and what we're doing in the community is good. While it is an award for us, I think it's an award for everything we're doing, from all the way from the farmer and that ripple effect all the way through the chain of who we're working with. We're doing, I think, some amazing things in this small space in the Mulberry Lofts. Gandhi once said that even one small candle can dispel the deepest darkness, and I think that's what we're doing here.
So over the past 12 years that I've been running the business, we've seen lots of changes happen in the industry. So we've seen the tax code constantly become more and more complicated with all the little twists and turns to it. Technology has been a big change in things that we've done in the past decade. And of course, COVID hitting a couple years ago has made all businesses change how they do business. So one of the things that we find really important with a small business is to be able to be flexible as those changes come to your business. So we have really embraced those things, try to adopt new technologies and methods, and we help our business clients to do the same type of thing. So one of the things we've done with that is we have brought on my son, Stephen Stitley, as our operations manager that really shines and takes care of those types of things for us.
So the creation of the operations manager role really reaffirms Saunders' commitment to connection. One of the big parts of my job is ensuring we have the technology that we can serve clients wherever they are at and whatever their life circumstances. So we do webinars monthly with the Maryland Small Business Development Council, but also we've rededicated ourselves to our commitment to the community. This year we're sponsoring a free admissions day with Discovery Station coming up here in January, and we're also collecting donations for Home Sweet Home Foundation in our lobby throughout tax season. Saunders realizes that the reason we have grown is because Hagerstown and the Washington County community has allowed us to grow, and we're really honored for this award and for this chance to continue to invest in our community.
I've been very fortunate here at Saunders Tax and Accounting because I have come into an amazing company that was founded by Nancy Saunders almost 40 years ago. And she has a lot of experience in taxes, and one of the wonderful things is she still comes back every year during tax season to prepare taxes. I don't know that her clients are ever going to let her stop doing that. So we'd like to hear from Nancy Saunders too.
I started taxes back in the early 70s, and I did them on my kitchen table. And then we have moved several times over the years to accommodate our growth. Back then, they would mail out tax booklets, and our clients would bring them into us, and we would fill out the returns by hand. And Bev embraces technology so that now we can conduct virtual appointments. I'm really thankful for the clients who have stayed with me through the years, and I've gotten to really know them and their families through the relationships we've built. And I'm so very thankful that Bev is at the helm, and I'm proud of her and the team for this chamber recognition.
We'd be very honored to win Small Business of the Year. We really pride ourselves on working with business clients that need to get a handle on their finances, on their taxes, payroll, their accounting work, working with business structures that they need to have. And so really our sweet spot here is being proactive with business owners here in the community and helping them make their businesses grow.